players will Robert Saleh bring with him to the Jets? And there could be a lot, so let's go through it.
Is my connection a little better? Am I looking like?
Let's see. Much better. Much better.
Man, there is a lot of players that can follow Robert Saleh to the Jets. And something that I'm worried about that no one is really talking about is players gravitate towards Robert Saleh regardless of what side of the ball you're on. What side of the ball they're on. If they're offense, defense, doesn't really matter. You talked about Joe Staley last night sending out his praise to Robert Saleh. That's an offensive lineman. So I think we can learn very quickly that players in 49er, the 49er free agents are going to gravitate towards Robert Saleh, and they can lose a bunch of players. The Jets have the third most cap space in the NFL. So you're looking at guys like Kendrick Bourne, who are going to make sense for LaFleur, Kyle Juszczyk. There are so many options for the Jets to really just swoop all of the four. It's going to be like the 2021 49ers of the New York Jets kind of a thing where a lot of players really could leave. Jaquaski Tart, K'Wan Williams. I saw Richard Sherman respond to a tweet today that K'Wan's from New Jersey or from New York, somewhere up there on the upper East Coast. So a lot of players can follow Robert Saleh. The list goes on and on and on. I'd be worried about any pending 49er free agent following Saleh.
I was looking at the Jets free agents yesterday, and they have a lot of linebackers. Fortunately for the 49ers, their two top linebackers aren't free agents this offseason, but they do have three safeties that are free agent. I think Jaquaski Tart would make a lot of sense for them if they're willing to overlook some of the injury history. Tart has been a really good player on the field, and I think that'd be huge for the Jets to get him in there. And then, K'Wan Williams, because their slot guy, Brian Poole, is also a free agent. So they have an opening for a slot corner. And we know K'Wan Williams would fit that. If they want to bring back Brian Poole, that would work too, because he's familiar with that Falcons system as well from their Super Bowl run. And so I think K'Wan and Tart would both make a lot of sense.
Good names. I think K'Wan is like a stone cold lock to go to the Jets. Like just a freaking lock. Who's the other person you said?
Tart.
See, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he goes with Joe Woods to Cleveland. That's my prediction, and I base it on absolutely nothing. But I think one of the two. And what's interesting, what people got to realize is the Jets can outbid the Niners every time. The Jets have $70 million in cap space, and Niners have like 29. So the Niners might really want Jason Verrett. If the Jets want him more, he's going to New York. Yep. I'm not saying it'll be Jason Verrett because he's very expensive for a guy who's 30 and had those injuries. I do think Richard Sherman will go. I think that will be the leader of a very young team. And remember, they're not necessarily going to win in 2021, so you're not worried about – I just think Richard Sherman's going to go, even though he's kind of done. Maybe he'll play safety. Maybe he'll do something. That's a very young team. I think he'll go. I wouldn't be surprised if Ahkello Witherspoon went as well. And Bourne and Juszczyk, I mean, I would think Bourne for sure, because I think LaFleur's been his guy for 4 years. He was a wide receiver coach, a passing game coordinator. Bourne, yeah.
How about Jordan Reed? They have a lot of tight end problems over there. Chris Herndon has been supposed to break out for the last 3 years and never did. And then they have a bunch of other blocking-ish tight ends. So Jordan Reed would be a good veteran weapon too.
Agreed. What? He's from Connecticut.
They picked Becton in the first round of this past draft when he was playing left tackle. So maybe the one free agent you look at and be like, okay, this is probably not a possibility for the Jets is Trent Williams. So
yeah, they're probably not in the market for Trent Williams.
But if you look at all the other free agents, you can make an argument for them signing with the Jets. Like it makes sense one way or another.
Every single one.
Valid. Every single one of them, except for maybe Trent Williams, which is crazy.
Honestly, if they wanted to be jerks, they could get Trent Williams too.
They probably
want to be jerks. Yeah, they really could do it.
They probably could. Yeah.